Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a class on strengthening the muscles around the spine. We're going to use our arms a lot, our legs a lot, and stretch into the hips and the shoulders as well. So let's get started. We're going to come onto our backs with our feet flat on the floor and our arms just down beside us. And you can either stay here, or if you'd like, you can bring your feet together and draw your knees apart. And just make yourself comfortable and start to breathe deep into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, feel yourself soften down into the mat. And just take a couple of breaths to breathe in and to exhale and kind of drop into the space and into the moment right now. As you inhale, feel your belly rise up and your chest expand, and feel your chest and your belly soften on the breath out. And then inhale in a little bit deeper and see if you can breathe down into the lower chambers of the belly and all the way up into the top parts of your lungs, around the collarbones. And as you exhale, see if you can relax and sink down into your mat a little more. Take a few more deeper and longer breaths like that. Notice how you're feeling, how your physical body's feeling, and what kind of mental activity you're bringing into the class. And then bring your attention to your breath. And I want you to focus on following the breath in with your attention through the nostrils, to the back of the throat, the lungs and the belly. And all the way out again as you exhale. And to start to notice the qualities of the breath. So is it large and expansive? Or does it feel small and shallow? Does your breath feel smooth or coarse? Do you feel like you're breathing in deeply or not much at all? And what is the temperature like of the breath that you breathe in and out? Does it change? As we pay attention to the breath, we are enabled to kind of tune into the present moment more so than we might be when we first come into the class. And it also is a really good indicator of showing us what we come into the class with, and when we come to the end of the class and reflect on how we're feeling then, it's a really good way to show us the benefits of what yoga brings, which is why we're doing it now. Today we're going to be working with the arms, the legs, the shoulders and the hips, and really using those limbs and those body parts to stretch the spine. And what I like about this, and I keep coming back to it in these last few videos, is that it enables us to really open up our spine and get the benefits into the physical body of what an open spine can bring to us. Sometimes when our spine feels blocked, or the space around our hips or our shoulders feels blocked, that physical agitation or that physical blockage can lead us to feel funny. And when we feel funny, we think funny, or our emotions kind of are a little bit out of place. And so by opening these body parts, the hope is to not only open up on a physical level, but to open up on that emotional and mental level as well. And that's why we tune into that sense of how we're feeling and thinking. The last little exercise to do here while we kind of tune into the practice is that I'd like you to focus on the space right after your inhale and right after your exhale. And specifically, I want you to focus on the space as a moment in time, as a moment to pause, and as a moment to just notice, like with accurate precision and with deep precision and awareness, checking in with what it feels like, what it sounds like, and how it resonates with you on your own level. So just take a few breaths now to tune into the space right after your exhale and right after your inhale. And just breathe normally. Let the breath flow in and out. Good, and whenever you're ready, you can start to wriggle your fingers and your toes. And if you'd like, you can set an intention for your practice today. Let that movement grow to your wrists and your ankles, and if your knees are out apart in that Supta Baddha Konasana, that lying down butterfly pose, take a hold of your legs and bring them together with your arms, just giving your hips a bit of a break, not getting them to work too hard just yet. Hug your knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze and feel your lower back stretch as you do so. And then relax as you breathe in. And exhale to draw them in. 2 more rounds of breath like that. Breathing in and breathing out. And then release your feet down onto the ground. Make sure that your fingertips can touch your heels. And when you're ready, breathe in, press down into your feet, your hands, your forearms. Roll your hips up off the floor and lift your hips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, roll your hips down nice and slow until they land back down on the mat. And inhale, roll them up and just start to feel into the fronts of the body, the fronts of the legs. Bring the weight into your shoulders and your feet. And exhale to roll down. And notice the quality of the spine as you unravel it onto the ground. Last breath here. See if you can press down into your hands and your feet a little more as you breathe in. Lift the belly up, the chest up a little more. And as you breathe out, roll down and try and get each vertebrae to touch the ground at the same time. At the same time, one after another. That's it. Now we're going to take a variation of the bridge. On your next inhale, you can lift up just like before. And then take a hold of your ankles. And if you can't touch those ankles, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and just squeeze up onto the tops of your shoulders. Otherwise, holding onto those ankles and just using a little bit of strength and a little bit of muscular engagement to keep ourselves here. Just take one more big breath in, breathe into the belly and the chest. And as you exhale, release your hands or your feet and roll your spine down nice and slow. Noticing how the front of the body has opened up and how does that feel for you right now? Hug your knees into your chest, give them a gentle squeeze. Then hands come onto the backs of the legs and rock yourself up onto your feet. To begin with, we're going to work on straightening and strengthening our posture. So bring your hands beside you, extend your legs out in front of you and pull your toes back towards you as you engage your thighs. Breathing in, press down into your hands. And as you breathe out, point your toes. Straighten those legs and stretch the fronts of the feet. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in, toes pull back, engage the thighs, press into the hands, and breathing out, stretch the feet. Good. And then cross your ankles over and make your way into a comfortable seat. And start by pressing down into your feet and your sitting bones and give yourself that firm base. When you're ready, walk your hands out to the sides and as you inhale, lift your arms up, reaching up as you inhale. And exhale, float your hands down. 2 more. As you breathe in, see if you can extend up through your arms and your hands and really get a sense that you're stretching into the sides of the body. And as you exhale, keep that height that you're gaining in the spine as you float your hands down and you relax your shoulders and your neck. Last one, full breath in, reaching up, and full breath out, reaching down. Good, and from here, inhale to sweep your arms up in front of you and again extend them up as much as you can. This is kind of helping us stretch the top of the spine just a little bit And as you exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee, your left hand behind you, twist to your left side. Lean into your right sitting bone, breathe into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Tuck your chin in towards your neck to lengthen the top of the spine. Take another big breath in. And as you exhale, twist gently a little bit deeper. And last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good. Keep your body in the same position. Keep your chin tucked towards your neck. As you inhale, just turn your head to face forward. And as you exhale, turn your head to face back again. 2 more. Breathing in, turning forward. And try to relax through the shoulders and through the neck. And exhale, look back. Last one. Breathing in. And exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper. Good. From here, again, turn the head to face forward, but this time we're going to drop that right shoulder down to the right knee, and we're stretching into the left side of the lower back. Take your left arm onto your lower back, palm facing back behind you, and breathe into your rib cage and into that hip. The side of the belly too. Just take 2 deep breaths in and out here. Find that flow to your breath again. And last one, breathing in and exhaling out. And from here, we're going to keep our body nice and low as we sweep our arms out in front of us and reach them as far forward as you can before lowering your body down, stretching into the back. And just hold this position. Take 2 deep breaths in and out. One more. And then again, to stretch the spine, lift up onto your fingertips, walk your hands as far forward as you can and extend them out in front of you as you reach your arms up. Breathe in. And exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Good, we're just switching to the other side. Breathing in, reach your arms up. And as you breathe out, twist to your right side. So left hand onto the right knee, right hand behind you. As you breathe in, breathe into your belly and your chest. And as you breathe out, twist a little deeper by pressing onto that right knee. Good. Tuck your chin towards your neck and lengthen out through the top of the neck to draw the spine upwards. And on your next breath in, keep your body in the same position. Just turn your head to face forward. Inhale. And as you exhale, turn your head to face back. Good. 2 more. See if you can relax your shoulders a little bit. And exhale to turn them back. Last one. Breathing in. And exhaling to turn back. And then from here, we're slowly looking forward again, and we're dropping our left shoulder down to our left knee, stretching into the right side of our lower back. You can take your top arm, that right hand, place it onto your lower back, and just take 2 deep breaths in and out. One more, nice and slow. And then slowly release yourself down onto the mat and fold yourself forward. And then inhale to lift yourself up a little bit higher. And we're just going to extend out through the chest to get a little bit more of a stretch happening. Keep your sitting bones on the floor and see if you can draw your elbows down towards the ground. Doesn't matter if they don't get there, just draw them down. Tuck your chin in towards your neck. And just take 2 deep breaths in and out here. Notice the quality of your breath. And as you inhale, almost rock yourself up. And as you exhale, fold yourself down a little bit deeper. Good. And when you're ready, walk your hands as far forward as you can. And again, just to stretch the top of the spine, we're reaching our hands forward and then up to inhale. And exhaling our hands down through to our heart center as you breathe out. Come onto your hands and knees. And just start by stacking the limbs on top of one another. So your hands come underneath your shoulders, your knees come underneath your hips. If it's not perfect, that's okay, but just aim for that. And as you breathe in, start to press your back up towards the ceiling and stretch into your spine and tune into how it's feeling today. Press down into your feet, your knees and your hands. And just take one more deep breath in here. Feel the spine stretch, and as you exhale, press your back up to the ceiling a little bit more. Good. As you inhale, gently drop your belly down, come into some cat-cows. Open the chest up, open the shoulder blades up, and lift your chin up a little bit. And as you exhale, round your pelvis down towards the floor, round your back up towards the ceiling, and press the floor away from you for your cow position. 2 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. 1 more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. From here, I want you to drop your belly down, breathing in. And as you exhale, we're going to tilt. Is that what we were doing? We're kind of going to poke the middle of our rib cage out to our left side. And then I want you to exhale and round your back up to the ceiling and over to your right side before inhaling to come back down into your cow position. So we're kind of stretching into the sides of the rib cage and drawing a circle with our rib cage. Nice. The more you press down into your mat, the more stable you'll feel. And the more, kind of like depth that you're going to get out of the pose. Once you make it to the bottom, just change directions. Stretching to the other side. Inhaling once you're at the bottom. And just do 1 more circular rotation here. Good, and come back to neutral. And just notice how your spine feels. It should feel pretty open now. And if it doesn't, just be really mindful and take it a little slower. So we learned just before that extending out through the arms helps to stretch the top of the spine. And conversely, or in partnership with that, stretching the legs out kind of helps to stretch the lower parts of the spine. So what you're going to do now is just extend your right leg out behind you, bring your foot onto the floor, and let's begin by moving our heel forwards and backwards to stretch into the hamstring and make sure that there aren't any kinks there. And then press down into your right hand, your left knee and your left foot. Physically press them down and come up onto your left fingertips. And when you're ready, you can lift your right leg up off the floor and just start by pressing the heel back and engaging the thigh. This helps to draw our leg back behind us. Then extend your left arm out in front of you, palm facing up, breathing in. And as you exhale, draw your elbow and knee together, round your back up to the ceiling. And inhale to extend. And exhale, draw it together, round your back up to the ceiling. And inhale to extend. And as you exhale, bring it together, round your back. Good, and from here, inhale, extend in both directions and hold there. Press your heel back, engage the thigh. Extend your arm out in front of you. And just feel that stretch happening on the left side and the right side of your body. Notice where you feel the stretching happening. Take 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, lower everything down. You would step your left leg back. Move the heel forwards and backwards. You know what we're going to do, but just remind you of the steps. Press down into that left hand, your right knee, your right foot, and come up onto your right fingertips. Now, if you're finding you're wobbly in this position, I want you to press down into the floor with those 3 parts a little more. Then lift your left leg up off the floor. Extend your right arm out in front of you, breathing in. Exhale, bring the right elbow and the left knee together, round the back to the ceiling. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bring it together. Inhale, extend. Exhale to bring it together. And inhale, extend 1 last time and hold here. And just breathe. See if you can reach your right arm out a little further and press that left heel back a little more. Feel the stretch in the sides of your body. Take another deep breath in. And exhale to bring it back down. Good. From here, draw your knees wide and bring your hips back towards your heels and come down into your child's pose. And let's take 2 deep breaths in and out. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. And just breathe. And from here, lift yourself up into a tabletop position. Move your shoulders beyond your wrists. Keep your elbows close as you lower yourself down onto your belly. Once you make it down, take your hands under your shoulders, press your feet into the floor, engage your thighs. Inhale, lift your chest up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and draw your shoulders away from your neck. And as you exhale, roll your spine down. Good. Inhale, lift yourself up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. And exhale, roll your spine down. Last one. You don't need to go up too high. And exhale, roll down. As you breathe in, tuck your toes under, lift yourself up to plank or a tabletop. And as you exhale, let's come back to downward facing dog. Nice. Once you're here, start to pedal your knees out left to right and just stretch into your hamstrings again. Make sure they feel all good. And then when you're ready, you can inhale, lift your right leg up, press your heel back behind you. So you're engaging the thigh muscle on that right leg, pressing the heel back, take a full breath in. And as you exhale, step your right foot forward to the top of the mat, drop the back knee to the floor, flatten the back foot out on the ground. Inhale to sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, send your hips forward. And then inhale, send your hips back, reach your arms up, stretching into the sides of the body and extending out through the spine. And exhale to sink. And last one, breathe it in. And breathing out. Good. And then inhale to extend up. And from here, bring your left hand onto the outside of your right leg, your right hand onto the outside of your left hip. And twist to your right. Let's take 2 deep breaths in and out here. And one more. And then from here, we're going to sweep both arms up as we breathe in. And as you exhale, reach your hands forward and place them down onto the floor. I'm going to change sides so you can see me. From here, what I want you to do is sweep your right arm up, turn your palm to face the front of your mat. And as you exhale, just press down into that bottom hand and see if you can look up towards your top hand. Now the option here is to lift the back knee up off the floor. If you're doing that, I want you to press your back heel behind you and engage that left thigh. The left thigh muscles. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, float your right arm down. Good. From here, we're stepping our right foot to the halfway point in the mat, turning the toes out to the side. And we're going to drop our left heel to the floor. And then we're going to drop our left hip to the floor and extend our right arm out in front of us over our left leg. Now, the first side's going to feel slow and weird, but what we're essentially trying to do is stretch into the undercarriage, the side of the belly, on that left side, the left flank. Take another full breath in. Exhale to extend your arm. Good. One more here. And when you're ready, we're going to press into that front foot and press into the right foot and into your left hand, and we're going to kick that left heel back, that straightened leg back, and engage that left thigh. So engaging the thigh, pressing the foot and the hand down, and then lift our arm up into a side plank variation. Good. Once you're here, we can kind of stack our limbs and hold here for a little while, but I want you to work into the pose a little bit and get some strength and benefit out of it. So start to press that right foot down into the floor to lift your hips up higher, and you'll notice that your hips start working a little more, which is good. That's what we want. We're going to build strength in the side of the glutes. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, float your hands down onto the floor, step yourself back into a plank and lower yourself down. Use your knees if you need to. Inhale for your cobra, press your feet into the floor, squeeze your shoulders together and then down. Exhale to roll your spine down. 2 more, breathing in and slowly rolling down. And last one, take your time. And exhale, roll down. Good job. When you're ready, tuck your toes under, lift yourself up to plank or tabletop. Breathing in, exhale, downward facing dog. Bend your knees left to right. And from here, inhale, lift your left leg up. Press the heel back behind you. Engage the left thigh muscle. Take another full breath in. And when you're ready, exhale, step the foot forward to the top of the mat. Drop the back knee to the floor. I'm going to change sides. And then from here, inhale, sweep your arms up, breathing in. As you exhale, send your hips forward and down, stretch into that right thigh. And then inhale, reaching up, stretching into the spine, stretching into the sides. And exhale, sink the hips and down. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. Nice. Then inhale, lift your arms up. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of the left leg, your left arm behind you onto that right hip, and twist to your left. Tuck the chin towards the neck to lengthen out through the spine. Breathing in, and exhale, breathing out. Last one here. And then inhale, sweep both arms up. And as you exhale, reach them forward and then down onto the ground. Keep your right hand planted. Lift your left arm up. Turn the palm to face the front of the mat. And if you want, you can tuck the back toes under and lift the back leg up off the floor. It's your choice. Take 2 more breaths here. And as you breathe, press down into your left foot. Press down into that right hand. Take 1 more full breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to float that left arm down, step that left foot to the halfway point in the mat, drop the back heel to the floor, and then sink your hips down onto the ground. Extend your left arm up and over that right leg, that extended leg, and hold here and just breathe into the side of the body. And notice how it feels. Good. To get that length in the spine happening, to make sure we're not collapsing here, and letting the body kind of lose its structure, its alignment, its composure, press through that right leg. Remember, that helps to extend the bottom of the spine, so we're getting length here. And if we press down into that bottom hand and stop that shoulder from dropping into the neck, we can also get a little bit more stretch and height there, so see what that feels like. Just take 1 more round of breath. And then when you're ready, simply lift your left arm up. Keep pressing through that right leg, that back leg, and lift your hips up off the ground. Good. Once you're here, press down into that left foot. Work into the outside of that left hip. Take 2 more breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. 1 more, you can do it. And as you exhale, float your left hand down, step yourself back to plank, lower yourself down onto your belly. Use your knees if you need to. Lifting up for 1 cobra this time, but holding for 3 breaths. Reach your chest forward as you breathe in. Squeeze your shoulders away from your neck and down. Exhale to hold. Inhale. And exhale. And last one, breathing in. And exhale, roll your spine down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale up into a plank or a tabletop. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Nice. Pedal your knees out from the left to the right side. And when you're ready, you can inhale, lift your hips and your heels up off the ground. Ground your heels down as you exhale. And then lift your right leg up. Press the heel back behind you. As you exhale, step the foot forward to the top of the mat. From here, we're going to walk our hands over to the left side and come into a wide-legged stance. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhale for a halfway lift. As you exhale, bend your elbows, fold yourself down. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And last one, breathing in and breathing out. Nice. Just hang out here for a breath or two. See if you can activate your thigh muscles a little bit and press into the edges of your feet. And when you're ready, breathe into a halfway lift. And from here, we're going to do a hip opener. We're going to drop our hips over towards our left heel. I want you to walk your hands with you to that left side. You might need to step your feet in closer or wider, depending on where you are. Drop your hips down, straighten your right leg, and lift those right toes up off the floor. Notice that the hips are to one side, and the opposite leg is straightened. As you breathe in, we're taking our hands back to the center and lifting into our wide-legged forward fold. And then we're exhaling, dropping our hips over to the opposite side and straightening the adjacent leg. Toes lift up. Inhaling back to center. And exhale, dropping down. And inhaling back to center. And exhale, dropping down. And my best advice would be, as you flow here, to keep your body nice and low. And just to let the movement continue. And work into the hips and feel into the hips as you breathe. And only go, a little bit of a mumble there, and only go so far as feels good for you and for your body today. Never mind what you did yesterday or last year or last week or whatever. Just tune into today. Good. One more on each side. Notice how your hips are slowly starting to open up. Although I have seen some people do this. By their facial reactions, I know their hips are not opening up and they're just about dying. So always go to a space where you feel comfortable. You can still work in that space, but you don't need to feel like you're dying in a day. From here, just turn yourself back to the top of your mat. And all we're going to do now is step ourselves forward into Uttanasana, our forward fold. Inhale into a halfway lift, straighten your legs. And exhale, bend your knees, fold yourself down. 2 more. And exhale. Last one. And exhale down. And then take a hold of your elbows and just sway your arms from side to side. And feel your spine kind of unravel towards the ground. You can do a couple of yeses and nos if it feels all right for your neck. And even though it feels like you're meant to be completely relaxed in this pose, right? I want you to draw your shoulders away from your neck, away from your ears, so broaden them out. And this will give your spine that extra little bit of room that it needs. After your next exhale, release your hands to the floor, bend your knees and reach your hands down to the ground and then forward and up as you breathe in and reach up. And then exhale your hands down through to your heart center. Breathing out. Good. Just take a moment to ground down into your feet and then breathe into your belly and into your chest and lift your chest up a little taller. And as you breathe out, draw your chin in and lengthen up through the top of the spine, through the top of the head. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Take 2 more breaths here. And once again, tune into the qualities of your breath. So following it all the way through the nostrils to the back of the throat, into the lungs and the belly, and all the way out again. 2 more rounds of breath. Good, and just notice the flow of your breath and notice if it's vast and deep or if it's small and shallow. Notice the temperature of your breath. Just notice how breathing in with the rhythmic flow makes you feel on that emotional and mental level. And notice how your body's going right now. How has your mental and emotional state and your physical state changed since you were lying down on the ground at the start of the class? When you're ready, just breathe in a little bit deeper and allow your awareness to travel down into your feet and bring a little bit more of your weight into your toes and tune into what that pressure in the toes feels like. And then lean a little more into your heels. And then a little more into your right foot. And then a little more into your left foot. And then come back to center. And from here you can open your eyes if they're closed. Lean a little more into your left foot. Engage the muscles of your left thigh and keep them engaged. You know that they're engaged if your kneecaps lift. So not engaged, engaged. Not engaged, engaged. So engage the left thigh, press into the left foot, come up onto the right tiptoes. And from here, lift your right leg up off the floor. And engage your right thigh muscle just a little bit and pull those right toes back towards you. And squeeze the muscles of your belly. So you're engaging your core a little bit, making it work here along with that thigh, along with that right leg. And then take a big breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to tilt your torso forward as you gently and slowly and with control press your right leg back behind you with strength before bringing it down onto the ground into a high crescent lunge. Nice. Take your hands onto your hips, breathe into your belly and your chest, lift yourself up for that high crescent lunge. And as you exhale, bend both knees, sink the hips down. 2 more. Breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, sinking down. And last one. Breathing in, lifting up. And breathing out, sinking down. And this time we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, sink those knees down. Good. From here, drop your back heel to the floor and open up into your warrior 2. Take a full breath in, keep your arms parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, bend your front knee, engage the muscle of your right thigh, press into the edge of the right foot and extend out through the arms. Take another full breath in. As you exhale, turn to look over that left arm, relax your shoulders. 1 more round of breath here. Keep reaching out through the hands, keep strong in your thighs. And then we're going to do a flow. When you're ready, drop your back hand down, your right arm down, and sweep both arms up to come into that high crescent lunge. And as you exhale, we're coming into a reverse warrior 2. So we're going to reach our right arm out in front of us, our left arm back behind us. Inhale to sweep both arms up. And exhale, warrior 2. So you drop that back heel to the floor, extend both arms out. And the key to your balance here is to keep your right thigh strong. 2 more. Breathing in, reaching up. And breathing out, extending, reverse warrior 2. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Good. Last round here. Drop the back hand down. High crescent lunge. And exhale, reverse warrior 2. Inhale, high crescent lunge. And exhale, warrior 2. Good. From here, we're going to come into that high crescent lunge again. And as you exhale, I want you to bring your hands down through to your heart center. And we're going to bring our right elbow onto the outside of our left knee. Got to change slides so you can see me. like so. Then we're going to press our top hand into our bottom hand to try and bring our hands through to our heart center. Now, if you want to drop that back knee to the floor, you can. Otherwise, lift the leg up off the ground and keep your right thigh strong. Nice. Now, the challenge here, if you want to take it further, is to try and look up. And to do this, you need to focus on your balance. You just focus on your feet and keep your awareness there. Take one more full breath in. And a slow breath out. Twist a little deeper if you'd like, and then release your arms and reach them up to the ceiling, high crescent lunge. As you exhale, draw your hands down onto your hips, interlace your fingers behind your back and reach your arms down as you breathe in and lift your chest up. And as you exhale, reach your chest forward and float it down onto the inside of your right leg, so not on top but the inside, and press down into that left foot. Relax your head and your shoulders. Keep your right thigh engaged. And take one more full round of breath before you exhale to release your hands onto your lower back, slide them to the top of your mat and step your back foot forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Last one. Breathing in. And breathing out. Let's keep the flow going. As you breathe in, reach your arms to the floor, bend your knees, and then extend your arms up on the inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down through to your heart center. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Just take 2 deep breaths to ground here. As you exhale, find your breath. Notice how it makes you feel on the physical, mental, and emotional levels. And then ground down into your feet and lean a little more into your toes. Lean a little more into your heels. And just notice the breath and notice your attention and where it goes. See if you can bring it down into those feet. Lean a little more into the right foot. And a little more into the left foot. And then come back to center, and if your eyes are closed, open them up. Bring a little more weight into your left foot. Yeah, I think that's right. No, into your right foot. And ground down into your right foot, and from here engage your right thigh muscles, engage your core, and then lift your left leg up off the ground. And again, just a little bit of activity in that left thigh, a little bit of activity in that left foot to keep yourself feeling strong. Engage your core as much as you can. Keep that right thigh strong. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, hold here. Feel the muscles around your ankle firing. These are your stabilizers, and they help keep your muscles strong. When you relax your thigh, which you can try now, they release and the stabilizers move into the hips, but we don't want that. We want to keep the thigh strong so that the stabilizers in the ankle strengthen, and so that your feet feel really strong when they walk on uneven surfaces. Quick rant. Take one more full breath in, and as you exhale, tilt your torso forward, send your left leg back behind you. Whoa. And step it all the way back down onto the mat with control. And the way you get that control is by activating your thighs and pressing down into your feet. Nice. Just adjust your stance. Take your hands onto your hip. Breathe into your belly and your chest. And as you exhale, bend both knees. Inhale to lift up. And exhale, bend. And last one, full breath in. And a slow breath out. Good job. When you're ready, inhale, lift both arms up, reach them up to stretch the spine. And as you exhale, drop your back heel to the floor and open up into your warrior two. Extend out through the arms, bend that front knee, engage the left thigh, press into the back foot, arms parallel to the floor, relax your shoulders. Take another full breath in, reach your hands in both directions. Exhale, bend that front knee. Moving deeper, last one. And exhale. As you breathe in, drop your back hand down, sweep both arms up. And as you breathe out, extend your left arm forward, your right arm back, reverse warrior two. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, drop the back hand down, sweep it up into a high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Few more. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, reverse warrior two. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. You've got this. Last one, breathe it in. Reach up through your hands. Exhale, warrior two. Nice. Inhale, high crescent lunge. And from here, draw your hands down through to your heart center. Remember, your balance comes from strong legs. Engage that left thigh. Keep it strong. Take your left elbow onto the outside of the right knee and twist. Draw your hands through to your heart center. And if you want to challenge, look up. Drop your back knee to the floor if you'd like as well. Keep your thighs strong. Last breath, in and out. And now keep your poise and your grace as you inhale up into a warrior, into a high crescent lunge. Exhale your hands down onto your hips. Inhale, reach your arms back behind you, interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your chest up and then keep that height, that nice height you've got in your spine right now, and just tilt from the hips to fold forward. You'll feel in that right hip straight away if you keep the spine long. And fold onto the inside of the leg. It's so tempting to rest up against it. And then to the best of your abilities, press down into your right foot. You're so close. 2 more breaths. Relax your shoulders and your neck. Last one. And then release your hands onto your back. Slide them down onto the floor. And step yourself forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one. And exhale, fold. And then extend your arms out in front of you. And from here, I'd like you to kind of just get into a little bit of a sequence. I want you to reach your hands out towards the floor and see if you can relax your shoulders and your neck. And then you're just going to inhale and lift your chest up a little bit. And as you exhale, reach your hands further forward and fold yourself down and reach your spine down as you exhale. Hold here. Inhale to relax. And exhale to stretch. And inhale, breathing in completely, just like before, but relaxing as you do. And exhale to stretch. And last one, breathing in. Relaxing and exhaling, stretching. Good, and then lift up off of your heels so that you're on your toes. And drop your heels towards, your hips towards your heels. Open your knees out wide and stretch your arms out in front of you. Let your head relax. Take a deep breath in. And let the weight of your hips sink back behind you. 2 more breaths like that. Breathing in. And breathing out. And then come back to center. Lift yourself up into a tabletop position. And from here, we're just gently going to take a deep breath in. Roll our belly towards the floor. Open our chest up. And then exhale. Press into a cat rather, and round your back up away from you. One more. Breathing in. And exhale, breathing out. Nice. And then really slow, we're going to move our shoulders beyond our wrists and lower ourselves down onto our belly. We've just got a little tiny sequence to do before we wrap it up. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and then walk them out a little bit further and come up onto your fingertips. As you inhale, press down into your feet, lift your chest up, And as you exhale, I want you to look towards your left elbow, drop your right shoulder down, and just start to circle your right shoulder. Kind of massages into the trapezius and releases the neck, and circle the other way. Keep breathing here. Take another inhale, lifting up and exhaling down. And then inhale to lift yourself up. Look towards your right elbow, circle the left shoulder. And just see if that other side, that second side, feels different. Circle the other way. My left side feels tighter. Good, and then slowly inhale, lift up, and exhale, float down. Last little stretch here. We're going to take our right arm into a cactus arm. What that means is that it's out beside you in a 90-degree angle. I'll do it with my left arm so you can see. Right? But I'm doing it with my right now. And then take your left hand underneath your left shoulder. And what you're doing is a pectoral stretch. You're stretching into the muscle of the, I think it's the pectoris or pectoralis major or something like that. Pectoralis major. Anyway, whatever. We're going to open up to our left side and we're just gently going to lift ourselves up off the floor. And I just want you to stretch a little bit, just a tiny bit into that muscle. Rest your head on the floor. Now that top leg's probably feeling a little awkward. If you have flexible hips, you could try and bend the top leg's knee and place the top foot behind the bottom leg's knee. It's a bit confusing, isn't it? Or you can just let it hang out here awkwardly, just for a moment. Take another full breath in and a slow breath out. And one more breath in and exhale, roll back to center. Good, and then just bring your left arm out to the side into that cactus arm position. Take your right hand underneath your right shoulder and you're just going to open yourself up to that right side. Let your head rest down on the mat. If you want, you can bend that top leg's knee, place the foot on the floor, and just breathe here. Feeling the stretch. Last one, inhaling in. And exhaling, roll yourself down nice and slow. Good job. Nice. Make a little cushion for your forehead. And just rest your head on the ground. And take a few deep breaths in and out. When you're ready, lift your head up off the ground. And from here, just roll over onto your back. And draw your knees into your chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. Nice. I'm imagining you might need to move your laptop. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to talk you through it. Your laptop or your phone or whatever you're watching on is fine where it's at. Just going to bring the knees into the chest. Give them a gentle squeeze. Lift your chin and your head up off the ground. Curl yourself up into a little ball and squeeze your core muscles together. And from here, keep yourself up, release your legs and extend your arms out towards your feet. That's it. So you're stretching your body, you're engaging your core. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower your hands and your feet down onto the ground and rest. You can lift your knees to a 90-degree angle and then drop them to your right side. Just move your arms out of the way. And just take 3 deep breaths here in a twist. Keep your left shoulder down on the ground. One more. And when you're ready, lift your knees back to center and drop them to the other side. That's it. And keep your right shoulder down on the ground. And just breathe. That's it. And just notice how your body feels, how your mind feels, how your spine feels, and how you're doing on an emotional level. On your next breath in, you can lift yourself back to a neutral position. And again, draw your knees into your chest. One last stretch, I promise. We're going to take our hands onto the insides of our legs and onto the outsides of our feet into a happy baby pose. And you can rock your body from side to side. And just notice how you feel as you do this. That's it. And when you're ready, gently bring your feet together and extend them out onto the mat and come into your comfortable position. Even if you only stay here for a little while, it's so important to get your shavasana, your relaxation pose in, because this is the time where your body and your mind integrate what you've done in the practice. So just make yourself comfortable. We'll only be here for about a minute. And start by taking a deep breath into your belly and into your chest. And exhale all of the air out. 2 more breaths like that. Good. After that second exhale, follow your breath in through the nostrils to the throat, the lungs and the belly. And all the way out again. And really pay attention to how the breath feels as it flows in. Now notice, especially compared to the start of the class, does your breath feel more vast and open than before? Does it feel deeper? Do you feel like you've got more space? Just take a few more breaths like this. And see if you can breathe a little deeper still into the lower parts of the belly, into the upper parts of the chest. And then just take 5 more deep breaths in and out. And if you'd like, you can practice that mindfulness exercise, that exercise where we connect a little more to the present moment by focusing on the moments in space and time right after the inhale, right after the exhale. And just notice how those moments make you feel when you focus on them. What do they look like? Do they have a sound? Do they feel like anything? Do they make you feel like anything? Or make you feel in a particular way? Or does it just feel like you're staring out into space? Can you almost capture a snapshot of the moment in your mind? And then take 1 more final big breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can wriggle your fingers and your toes and keep the stillness within you as you circle your wrists and your ankles. Turn your head from side to side and just notice how your spine feels as you move here. And then one more time, stretch your arms out and your feet out to extend your spine in both directions. And as you exhale, draw your knees into your chest, tuck your chin up off the floor, and around and curl your spine up in the opposite way. And then roll over onto your right side. You've got to move to get there. Use your right arm as a bit of a pillow. And take 2 deep breaths in and out here. So just tune into yourself and how you're going and how you're feeling. For a moment longer. And when you're ready, you can gently press your left arm into the floor, bring yourself up to a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Bring your arms out beside you, ground down into your feet and your sitting bones, and then inhale, lift your arms up and stretch your spine. As you exhale, bring your hands down through to your heart center. Just take one final deep breath in and out. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Namaste.